What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Beyond, we are back in action. The auto processing is working great. One of the things that's not is I haven't fully set up the trash can or anything like that 100%. As you can see, we're still getting in a lot of various items. What is going on with my mouse? My mouse. All my feet, like all my little feetsies on my Logitech G502 have worn out. I need to get some new feet so that it slides nice and sultry-like. So if it's a little jarring, that's probably why. Quick point here, and I wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that I've been working on a little bit with the auto processing setup. First of all, we have all of this. We have upgrades in some of these as well, just because we needed it. But I've also set up a few other things that are more automatic, to say the least. So let's go over that quickly. So we have all of this. This is all doing its stuff. We set up, I think we set up most of this all last time. Up here we have an electrotine. I think that's all it's doing. I can't recall. I don't even know if I can get up there. I've blocked everything out. Yeah, it's electrotine. Up at the top here, of course, we had the Certus quartz as well. So those are two that were done, and everything's working great. I am so excited with how well this is all working. So that's good. As you can see, a little bit of wiring and some conduit facades to kind of hide some of that, make it look a little bit less ugly, just a little bit. Down here, we are auto-producing silicon, okay? Silicon, we have this guy filled up, which means this guy's filled up, which means this guy's filled up. So we now have all the silicon that we need going forward. Where are we getting that from? Well, we set up a simple system here to make sand. This one's pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. Just an igneous extruder, basic, making us cobble. Cobble's going into there. Of course, I have this upgraded. Speaking of which, yeah, that's fine. So 8,000 cobble, that's more than enough with 64 backup. It catches up pretty quick. And then we have just a double speed augmented pulverizer getting us sand. Sand is then being put over to here. 2,000 sand in stock at all times for our system right there. So we have sand. Perfect. What are we doing with that sand? Well, we're doing a few things with that sand. One of the first things is I also set up this guy. All of our gravel from over there is coming into here. It is going into this sag mill right there, as you can see. And go in there. It's not going to go in. It's fine. It's all going automatically into the sag mill because it's being pulled over. And then it's being processed as well out here to get us glass. Okay, so there we go. 2,000 glass, always available. As soon as we take out some glass, we're going to fill up with more glass. Very handy. We also have this sand here also supplying that as well. So that's another thing too. So keep that in mind. There we go. It just did a thing. This is also giving us flint. And flint is being supplied up to this guy as well as over to here. So we're kind of getting a little bit of a backlog of flint at this point as well. Okay, we have our ender pearls over here now. We have some diamonds. We got some diamonds now, 133. That's not bad. Our emeralds. Oh, I don't know if I've set up auto processing. No, I think I've just done those by hand. We have another 306 diamond ore right there. That is ridiculous. Look at all the platinum and stuff too. Oh, and all the yellorium. Oh, my lord. Anyways, so that's getting us glass and sand. The sand is coming into here to make silicon, okay? These guys here are set up to do additional processes, and these are ME interfaces with auto crafting recipes. So this one in the corner over here, the far corner, is just a regular furnace, okay? So that's going to get us conduit binder, for example. So if we go conduit facades, I need 2 of them. Perfect. It's going to make the... Oh, wait. It didn't make it. It's fine. But it'll make it over there, is basically what I'm pointing out. I have a painting machine set up as well to get us more facades so that we can make things pretty. See? We're getting there. We're getting there, everybody. We're getting there. The next one beside that is, I believe, the Ender IO metals. Indeed. So yeah, all of those. And then this one is the thermal expansion alloys as well. So all of that is done via crafting. We have the crafting recipes in the back, so as we need them, it'll craft them up. This guy here, I just have cobble and sand going into it. And the reason I'm doing that is that's going to give us stone bricks and slag. Okay, so we're getting some slag, we're getting some stone bricks. Quick note on slag, it's pretty useful. Phytogrow is a thing that we can do a little bit later on, if necessary. But the main reason I got it as well is for clay and for rock wool. Okay, so we have that capabilities of producing some clay, producing some rock wool as necessary in the base now. The clay recipe is a little annoying because it does require a bucket of water, but not too bad at all. There's still obviously more auto processing that we need to set up. I don't have auto processing for the draconic stuff. I don't have auto compacting or anything for the cyan. We have uranium over here, yellorium over here. We, of course, have the diamonds and such, and then the advanced metals over here as well. And all of these, which I'm not even touching at this point. So that's a whole nother thing. I also did set up one other thing, and I built a whole nother pulverizer furnace for the yellorium. So yellorium's coming over here. It's getting auto-processed. We still have the hopper down below, full. And there you go. Obviously, we are full of yellorium, and this thing is working optimally. We should have lots of power. Indeed, we do. And this guy's running 100% of the time. Overall, I'm very happy. Very happy with the setup as it stands right now. Now, there's a few things that we are not making. There's a lot of things that we're not making or not getting from the quarry. And one of them is mob drops. Yes, mob drops. Whether that be food from a cow or a sheep or anything like that, or an enderman or wither, you name it, we need to look at it now. There's a few other things as well that we still need to automate up. But I'll probably mostly do those off camera. Things like redstone and enderium, stuff like that. So there's still more that needs to be done, obviously. There's always stuff to be done. As I hit my microphone. Sorry about that. I'm so sorry. So, couple things. I want to do two things here right away. One of the things that I want to do, I'm getting sick and tired of this thing. We need to upgrade our jetpack. Big time. We have so much auto crafting now. Let's just do it, right? I mean, hello, let's go. All right, so let's get this set up here. I'm pretty sure we have electrical steel. Let's go with this. Boom, boom, boom. 2 machine chassis per. And I think we have everything else. Machine chassis. We got these as well set up to automate. I think I just need to grab some of this right here. Good. Okay, so we should be able to quickly get all of this done and worked on. There we go. Boom and boom. Okay, better jetpack already. I love it. Next, we can get the energetic one as well, and that requires, I believe, 5 double layers. 5 of these. I'm just going to get jetpacks. Why not, right? Why not, everybody? Why not? Enhanced energy conduits, pulsating crystals. Ooh. Ooh, I don't think I have those ones set up yet. Do not have those ones set up, but I do have the pulsating ore set up, so that's good. 1, 2. I think we need more than that, don't we? I think we do. I think we do. I think we need 3 and 4 to be exact. Good, and let's see, what else? Redstone alloy. Ooh. Ooh, I bet we don't have that anywhere. No, I don't think I've set up that crafting recipe yet. So, redstone alloy is an alloy by... Really? Right there. And it is in an alloy smelter, silicon and redstone. Okay. Redstone. Redstone. Boom. And silicon. Let's just take one. We're going to need to make one here. And silicon. Good. Boom and boom. This will make us redstone alloy. Right? Okay. Boom, boom. That'll get that processed. That should give us redstone alloy right away here. There it is. Okay, 1 for 1. Awesome. Craft that up. Let's go put it where it needs to be. Let's go put it where it needs to be. We're not going to use too much of that stuff, so having it right there will not be an issue. Redstone alloy. Let's make another one. We need at least 2. And let's get our jetpack. Let's get our jetpack. Boom, boom, boom. Done. 1, 2 thrusters. Excellent. And energetic jetpack. Oh, baby. Now we are flying. We could upgrade to the Vibrant. I don't think I'm going to at this exact moment. As you can see, our power... Oh, boy. Oh, that's so much faster. I just have to get used to that as is. Yowzers. 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 Okay, we good? We good? Okay, good. Obviously, our quadruple battery needs to be improved. And honestly, so does this capacitor bank. We could upgrade that big time. We might have to just do that. Anyways, so yeah, we have a lot better... Oh, no. Oh, no. What is it? I don't even know what my hover button is. It's fine. But we have a much faster form of flight and a much better hover speed as well. So a nice little upgrade. Back to the mob related things. Okay, this is a big one. This is a big one. We need a lot of blank patterns here because we need to autocraft as much of this as we possibly can, I feel. And there's a lot of it. So yeah, at Woot. Alright, Woot. Woot, Woot, Woot. Woot is a fantastic mob at a fantastic mod at farming mobs, whether they be friendly or not. It's wonderful for the server. It's wonderful for a lot of different things. I highly recommend the Woot mod. Alright, I've never done Woot on the channel yet, and well, I kind of know a little bit about it, but not that much. So a couple things that we need is we need all of these dyes, every last one of them. So these ones we can just craft. We don't need these to be an auto craft or anything like that. They shouldn't be used up in any way, shape, or form. So these ones should be pretty easy to get. Uh-oh, skull. A skull, they say. Uh-oh. Sorry, I lagged a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. Zombie skull should work just fine. Let's put that in there. Wrong terminal. Boom. Oh, awesome. Okay, skull die. At Woot. At Woot. Let's get back there. I just did the skull one. Okay, mesh. And last but not least is the prism die. Okay. What am I missing? Probably iron bars. I'm probably missing iron bars. That's my guess. What? Iron bars. Did I not just make 16 of those? What? Anyways. Okay. Boom. Iron bars. Good. Alright, so we've got the basics here. We got those dyes. Those are important. Each one of these is used for different things. The other thing that we're going to need is a hammer. Hammer. Okay, good. And for that, we need some netherrack, which means we need some nether brick. Now, I should have a decent amount because I've been prepared. I've been prepared. Maybe. Just slightly. So this is a furnace, so we should be able to throw all these in here. And I actually want to make this one a recipe. Okay, so one nether brick gets me one nether brick. Okay. Boom, boom. 1 and 1. Excellent. So we're going to put that one in the furnace so that we know how to craft it going forward. I'm sure we'll use it a little bit here. I'm sure it'll be used just oh so slightly. We'll put in some more of this, and we're getting lots of goodies. Awesome. All right, the hammer. Now that we have the nether brick, we should have everything to just craft it. Again, that's another item that should not be used up. So pretty straightforward. We should be good to go with that. Let's get back over to the Woot, and let's see what else we can make. We need to make, looks like a factory casing is required. And that requires under iron plates. Okay, so under iron plates requires the plate die, which I think did we make that? Plate die. Yeah, we did. So we should be able to, oh wait, we need under iron, don't we? We need under iron, which is pulverized under iron, which is this recipe right here. So, boom, nether brick. Okay. Well, we're going to make that an auto craft. And then we're going to take some. Did that just duplicate? I don't even want to know. It's fine. We'll just ignore it if it did. Okay, we'll put that guy in there. And this is also going to be used up in this furnace. We also need to make the crafting recipe for nether bricks. It's pretty straightforward. Boom, boom, boom. Done. Okay, that way we don't run into any problems down the road. Okay, good, good, good. Good, 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 good. Let's just pull some of this out, and let's make our under iron. There we go. Okay, so under iron. So let's just go over to there. Let's make a quick thing. Oh, man, what do you mean it's... Oh, there's the hammer. There's the hammer. Okay, let's make this quickly. Go. Okay, so 2 of these. 2. Perfect. Equals 2 of these. Right? That's the recipe. Pretty straightforward. We can throw that over in this furnace as well. We might need to make another whole furnace of this just in case it does bottleneck on us as we proceed on. So now we should be able to go to under and say like, oh, I want 100 of these. It's telling us that we're missing some netherrack. That's fine. So let's say we need 40. There we go. So that should start crafting up all 40. First thing it's making is the nether brick. We already have all of the dust and everything that we need. So now it should be cooking up the under iron itself. Good. Good, good, good. Very, very nice. Very good things. So that's going to give us the under iron. So let's proceed on with Woot. Okay, good, 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 awesome. All right, so next thing was that factory casing. Factory casing required the under iron plate, which we can do here, right? Why did that not do what I wanted it to? Under iron plate, go. Awesome. Okay, under iron plate, excellent. We'll just quickly craft one as well while we're at it, and we'll put in that like that. I keep pulling out this hammer, and I do not want to pull out the hammer. Okay. A few other things that we need to set up. Obviously, we'll set up this factory casing. That one's pretty straightforward as well. Get that done. Good. And it gave us back the die here. Again, I hope that it's not duplicating those. I don't think it is, though. It keeps bringing something back into my inventory, which hopefully once we set up all the auto crafting, it won't actually be an issue. All right, so I think we need a factory cap next, which means we need a factory connector, which is this recipe right here. So let's do that over here as well. I'm trying to get all this just automatically set up so that we don't have any issues moving forward. Oh, it's when I craft it. That's when it's returning it. Okay. So that's good. We'll need the factory cap as well. Okay. Why didn't it pull in what we needed? A factory casing. Oh, I don't have any. That'll do it. There we go. One of you. Right like so. Okay, factory cap. Good. So we're getting all the things crafted up automatically, which is excellent. All right. Now we're going to work towards... I'm going to set up all the rest here. Auto crafting. There's a few other things like these. I'm going to set up all the shards as well. Just going to set them all up in auto crafting, and then we'll carry on with the build. All right. We are back in action. Let's figure this all out. So I've done just an absolute ton. So if you look up Woot, we have all, well, not all, but a lot of the recipes ready to go and fired up. One quick note, the diamond shards that you see here, before I had diamond bits, what were they called again? Diamond something. I think it was diamond fragments from more bees. What I ended up doing is I ended up replacing this entire thing, and I put in these first, and it'll automatically downgrade them as you see here. You might even be able to do the same with nether quartz. I'm not sure. Maybe it's something in compacting drawers, but either way, we are good to go. Let's get moving. So the one thing that I did make was this mob factory layout, and it was just some stone with a factory casing, nothing too crazy. And what I want to do is I want to place this guy down and see what we're looking at for power needs and all that kind of stuff, and just overall general, you know, mob farminess. Mob farminess, that's a word, right? Yeah, it's a fine word. It's a fine word. I don't really have a good place for this. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't have a good place. I was actually thinking maybe back here, because we have our output of our power, but then this is here, and going through this wall leads to the outside out here, right? Which, I mean, eventually we'll have to deal with, but for right now, I don't want to. Simple as that. One of the other places we can go is we can kind of tuck it in the back over here, and I think that's what we should end up doing. So I'm just going to slam out some of these walls a little bit here. Nailed it. Nailed it. Ew, diorite. Who put that there? So we're just going to mosey on out a few walls. I don't want to bust anything going on over here, but maybe we can use that to our advantage as well, right? Okay. I think that's enough. Is that enough room? I think it's enough, right? Well, we can find out. Oh, God. All right. Why did it put it up there? Okay. If we place it down here then... Okay, there we go. So this is a good little diagram, the layout, and you can right-click it to change the tiers that you can get on your farm. And, of course, they get bigger and bigger as you go. I think my main purpose right now for this farm is a lot of these recipes with Woot. And let's just pull it up quickly. A lot of them require, like, heads and stuff, right? You're going to need heads of some sort in this system. Okay, looks like zombie, skeleton, wither, etc. are all options, right? Dragon, of course, enderman, etc., etc. I'm thinking, which one's going to be the most useful for us? I'm thinking we need to go wither skeleton. Don't you guys? Like, we need to get some wither skeleton skulls and then eventually work our way up to a nether star farm, right? I think that's a good way to go. So... we need a couple of things to get this done. First of all, I have no clue what tier we need to get that done. So, the first thing that we need to do is we need to craft a mob prism. Okay? Mob prisms, again, nothing too crazy there. It requires a lot of dye. That's about the only issue. And then a mob prism frame, which I already made. So, this is going to allow us to capture the mob. Whichever mob we want. So, without further ado, let's go capture ourselves a wither skeleton. I think this is the best approach. Do the wither skeleton. They're going to drop coal. We can get decapitating. So then we can get... that was very loud. Very loud. We can get the wither skeleton skulls, which we can also use for nether farm, as well as just your basic crafting needs as well. I think I set all the recipes up as zombie heads, so I'll have to convert that if it doesn't auto-craft that. For whatever reason, this bug is still here. There we go. We nailed it. Okay. My home got moved, by the way. That's a different story altogether. But now that we have a good, fast jetpack, this should make the nether here very, very easy for us to maneuver through, all things considered. Ooh, there's a ghast. I already have the ghast. Okay. Setting up a gas farm, though? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Look at that, wither skeleton skull already. Awesome. Nope. Don't shoot. Yeah, you gotta hit it. You gotta hit it like you would go to attack a mob. Okay. So now we got wither skeleton. So it requires a tier 3. That's expensive. Okay. It's fine though. It's fine. I think that we can manage with that. I think we can handle that. Tier 3? Yeah, we'll just need to make a bigger spawn zone. Now what I'm thinking is you could have a ton of these things up and running, but I want to make sure that I don't have too many at once and cause, you know, lag or anything like that. Even though they are really good on the server and everything like that, I don't want to cause any discomfort for anybody else out there, right? That would just not be nice. There we go. Night vision. I love it. Sometimes I forget to turn it back on, though. Okay. So, without further ado, let's jump in here. We can put away those two things. So, we need a tier 3. It says it right there. So, let's get back to our little controller over here, or our little diagram, and we'll go to a tier 3. So, first things first, it's going into my reactor. So, we need to move it out this way, at least once. And second of all, it looks like it's going into my conduits over there. So, can we go here? There we go. What are we at? Tier 3? That's tier 3. Still going into the reactor. But we did clear that now. So, we got to go out one more like this. We're just kind of trial and error here, basically. See where it fits. Okay, we're good on that end. This will need to go out 2 blocks. Eee, that gets a little dangerous, doesn't it? Maybe we can move it in a little bit more. Just for our own purposes here. Oh boy. What was that? What was that? Probably everybody playing on that Qantas. That Qantas, I tell ya. Okay, so let's try it. Let's go right here. Okay. That's not too bad. I think I need to move it back one more, and then we should be good. Right? Boom, boom. So this will be a tier 3. We have a decent amount of room over here, and I think we've also now cleared everything that we needed to over here as well. So that'll be that. Boom, like that. And this right there. I think... Is that it? Or is there one more up? There is one more up. Okay. Pretty tall. Pretty tall. Look at that. Alright, but it does work for us. So, we got to go all the way up to there. That's alright. We can clear this out very nicely. Make it a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer. We'll just do that for right now. Good. Good. I like our placement. I think that this is going to be good. Obviously, we have a lot more to clear out, especially this way. Oh, man, look at all that. Overall, though, this is awesome. It's kind of cool to see the visualization and everything as we proceed along. I think it's really awesome. Okay, good. I like having tutorials like this as well. There is a Woot book as well. There's a Woot manual, so you're more than welcome to get your hands on one of those if you want. So keep that in mind as well. Or, like I did, just go to the wiki or, you know, something like that. Maybe I'll do a mod spotlight on it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know. Okay, good. All right. We are progressing very nicely. Awesome. Good. Maybe we could, like, gussy this up a little bit over here. I don't know. Maybe. Now, Tier 3 is going to require Tier 3 heads. And that might be our biggest setback right now. That might be our biggest concern at the moment. Is the heads required for all of these end caps? They all require heads and different things like that. So that might be our one big, huge drawback at the moment. So we need 5 of those. And we need all of these colored stones and whatnot as well. In the middle here, we need to get ourselves that and the controller and the factory block itself. Okay. And what else? That's basically it. So, how much of each do we need? That is the real question. That is the real question. So let me get all these colored blocks arranged for us. So for example, the green ones here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wide. So that's 9, that's 9, that's 18, 6 and 6. 18 and 12 is 30, and then we need the end caps. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 5 is another 20, so we need 50 of those green stone from Woot. That is a decent amount. Holy cow. These guys here, Mob Factory green. What all do we need for that? Okay, so that uses ender pearls, so we're good. We got that. Okay, so we can get those started to craft. And then we can go and place those guys down. What's the problem? Why did it stop? Why did it stop? Casing die. Yeah. What happened to my casing die? What happened to my casing die? What? What happened to it? What happened to my casing die? I really don't know. I really don't know. Do you not know? Bit of a situation. Well, what happens if we cancel this? Do we get our casing die back? No. Where did our casing die go? How did it die? I thought that these things didn't die. I thought that they didn't die. At Woot. Now I'm a little concerned. 42. Where's my hammer? Where's my hammer? What? What happened? I thought that didn't die either. Well, I'm a little confused as to what's going on here. None of this should be happening. So let's just see. Maybe it doesn't really like to be auto-crafted. It's possible. Yeah, that just used them up, didn't it? That just used them up. We just lost our hammer and our die. What? Okay. Alright, well that's not good. That's not good at all. Casing die. This is really not good. I had this all planned accordingly. And now we are not in great shape. We do have 12. What if we just do like one at a time? Plate die is missing 2. What? Plate die. Yeah, it's like ruining all my things. It wasn't doing this just a few moments ago with us here. So I'm not sure what's going on. All of this was working. Maybe it's the multifaceted that's kind of causing some issues. Or did I just... Maybe I'm just breaking things. It's possible. Casting die. Plate die. Plate die. So it says we have 2 now. Okay. What happened to our casing? Okay. Casing die. Anyways. Does making the factory ones... Where's our factory? Does making this use them up? Factory casing. Yeah, hammer. Well, this is very puzzling. What happened to my hammer now? Yeah? It doesn't use them up, does it? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. You know what? We can solve this a little bit. a little bit. I didn't want to have to do this, and I don't think it does it. Factory. Casings. Okay, you. Go. Alright, we don't have the under iron. We don't have the under iron. Okay, let's just do that. Why do I not have a yaw hammer? Why do... Did I not make one? I didn't make one, did I? Yaw hammer. Okay. So if I go yaw hammer, boom, 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 boom. It's not using it up. We might have to do this the old manual way. We might have to do this manually. Okay. Factory. Let's see if this uses these items up. It shouldn't, though. That's just it. It shouldn't use them up. No, see? It doesn't use them up. Okay, so it's definitely causing an issue somewhere along the line here. That is a bit of a concern. So, let's get back to the green, and let's make another, what, 20? Sure. Sure. So, definite concern with our current setup. So, we need another 14. And that's got to craft them all and stuff. So, let's do it manually again. Oh, no, we have the factory casings. We just need more. What happens if I auto-craft this? Okay. What happens if I auto-craft this again? Missing the casing die again. So it seems to be using up some of these things when it's not supposed to be. So maybe don't do that factory die one without, you know, doing it manually, right? Like that might be just our concern here. Probably want to be careful with that. And I used up our yaw hammer too, didn't it? Yeah. So don't do the factory one if you can avoid it. That is my recommendation. So we'll just leave it at that. Okay. Boom. We'll make the yaw hammer and we'll do this manually again. This is a little concerning. I was hoping that we could get this nicely automated up, but it's not appearing to be the case. Okay. So factory casings. Boom. Boom. We need a whole bunch of these too, so we're just going to make all of them. All the ones that I can. And then we'll go green 14. Now that we have them, it just makes them. Excellent. Okay. So that gave us 52 total. I think we only needed 50, but we can place these guys down anyways. And at least get this process started a little bit, right? Boom, all the way along the edge and up. Good. All the way along the edge. And this will at least get us our border to our setup here as well, which is really actually quite nice. So we'll do that. I might have to go hunt some mob skulls. I may have to. We'll see. There we go. And boom. That's good. And we go right here. Nope. Oh no, we needed the 52. Did I miscalculate? I must have miscalculated. Okay, next tier in. Let's get some of these red and gray. They're really easy to get. I'm going to get the rest of them, and then we'll try to finish this thing up. Alright, so we're now on to the hardest part. We need to get these diamond encrusted skulls, okay, from Woot. And they're going to require 5 gold-plated skulls. Okay, so let's see if we have what it takes. It looks like we do. There we go, we made 8. Yeah, I think we're good to go. I haven't even made this pattern yet because I didn't think that we were going to use it. So that was the thing. No, not that. You, delete, you. I figured out my issue as well with the setup that I had. We were getting an error actually with the whole system when it comes to the setup of my crafting. The blocks on the outside here were no longer crafting. I actually had to put down some a cable here to kind of make sure that everything was working and talking together again, as it wasn't working. Some of them weren't functioning correctly. So now I actually have quite a few hammers, for example. 5 to be exact. Okay, so diamond encrusted, good, or whatever. So now we have the skulls, right? Perfect. So now we need the tier 3 end caps. Tier 3 end stone? End caps? No? Alright, we'll just do it the Woot way. At Woot. We'll just do it at the Woot. Alright, so tier 3 cap. We're going to need to get all of this. What is this factory cap and why don't I have it? Factory cap. Go. Does it get used up? I don't know. I don't know. I gotta make some more patterns. We need this. Oh, so many little things, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of different crafting components to go into this, but it's all going to be worth it, I think, in the long run. Definitely. So let's do this, and then we'll go at Woot again. I know, you guys are probably getting sick and tired of me saying at Woot, but at Woot. Okay, good. Let's get our tier 3 end cap. We'll auto-craft that guy as well. Might as well. And let's get our end caps now. Yes, space. That's what I wanted in there. Is that what they're called? What are they called again? Tier. Capstone. Oh, just capstone. Okay, so we need 5 of these. Boom. Done. Give me all 5. Sweet. Okay, so this should give us our tier 3. This should pretty much give us our tier 3, or at least the block components of the tier 3 in the factory. The last 2 steps that we need are we need the factory block itself and the controller, both of which we can make very easily. This guy's a little bit expensive, a little bit tedious to craft, but I did set up all of that to auto craft. And the other thing that we need is the controller. These are the 2 things that kind of run, or the brains of your operation, to say the least. Oh no. Oh no. No, we got 2. What? Controller? Okay. It's not liking that recipe for some reason. Boom. Oh, it requires 4. That's why. Okay. Alright, well, we can use skeletons and creepers, etc. And then we also need some more of these. So let's auto-craft that quickly. Get those made up. Okay, mob controller. Good. Alright, so we got the 2 last pieces that we need. And then hopefully from there, and I probably should double check all this, we can use wither skeleton skulls. Indeed. Okay, good. So we need this guy and the controller on top of that. And we pretty much have a completed setup now, as far as I'm aware, unless I missed a block. Now all we do is we take this and we right click it on there, and it's completed the structure. Sweet. Okay. Gonna throw down a few torches, make sure everything's lit up, and that way we don't get mob spawning or anything like that. Now this is gonna tell us that we are going to be using 400 RF per tick with 128,000 RF per mob. Yowzers. That is expensive, but I really want to at least get this up and running to give it a try. I really want to try it. Energy conduit, there we go. This guy right here. Okay, hopefully that's enough power. It should be. I think I have some on me as well. I do. Okay, good. Okay, so hopefully this is enough power to run over there and get over there somehow. I guess we'll go underneath. Can't really think of a better way of doing it at this point in time. Maybe we'll look at some sort of wireless capability next episode. Maybe we can get into some flux or flux points or something like that. Probably a good idea. Okay. You know what? We probably have power right over here, don't we? That we can tap into somewhere. There's got to be some power somewhere. Where is it at? There it is, right there. Okay, good. We can tie into this right here. Excellent. Okay, there's some power. Beautiful. We will just run this down and up and over. And this actually needs to go underneath that whole setup. So we'll just run it along the backside here. Nothing too crazy. We'll get over to the middle here, and then we'll go down and underneath, as we previously discussed. Good. Good, good, good. I can't get... It's fine. It's fine, everybody. It's fine. Okay, good. All right, we'll run this over. We can remove that guy now, and there's our power. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And actually, before we even do that, let's not get too carried away here. Oh, man. I just trapped myself in, didn't I? Let's just go this way for a quick sec and dig our way out. Beautiful. Nailed it. Nailed it. All right. Good. Good. Good, good, good. We'll put that away. So what I want to do is I want to get a few more accessories. We want a couple of these factory extenders, which I've already set up already, and a proxy. Okay, and I'll show you why in but a moment. It makes it a little bit easier to access everything in your mob farm. So keep that in mind, and I do recommend this overall. So let's run this down. We'll put that there, that there. We'll break this torch now. And I'm just going to throw it down there. And, oh, I guess I only needed 2. That's all right. And then we'll do the proxy. Now, what this means is this proxy is now where you input all of your power and where you take out your items and all that kind of stuff. So now that we have power, you'll see that it's building up power, which is great, but it's not going to do anything right away. Oh, man. I wonder, are we draining this thing out? Oh, yeah, we are. Sweet. That's what I wanted to see. Control, change all rods. Let's go. Full power. Boom. Still draining. Love it. Okay. So this is going to take quite a bit of power to spawn these guys in. Simply put, right? Is there a better way of saying it? Probably not. The other thing, too, is we are going to be getting the drops. So we need to now pipe in to get the drops from this as well. Luckily, you know, like I said, we have this connection right here down below, and we can just kind of come in and tie in directly to one of these connections. I'm not sure which one yet. I need to figure that out. But what will happen here, we're at 92. Okay. All right. I think that that's pretty good. I do want to get a lever quickly, and we do want to turn it off because I don't want to drain my power if we're not using it, right? That makes sense. Come on now. Please tell me that makes sense, right? We don't want to, you know, we're not quite there for using it yet. So let me set up the connection here, and we can go from there. Alright, so I just briefly put down a chest here because I wanted to see what loot we got from this and what all we needed to store and delete and all that type of stuff. So wither dust, obviously a thing. Skulls, obviously a thing. Very good stuff. And then we have coal and stone swords. Now, stone swords we definitely want to trash can, right? I mean, there is no use whatsoever for these. I just want to get rid of them. So let's quickly make a chest and a trash can. Trash can. Thank you. From Extra Utilities 2. Trash chest. Interesting. I didn't even know that that was a thing. So we'll do a trash can up. That'll get the stone swords out. The coal, we're going to need to pipe in all the way over to there. And we're going to need to filter it as well. So we're going to need a filter. Definitely. We'll need 2 filters at least. to get this thing going. And actually, you know what? We might even need an advanced filter. I don't think these can do fuzzy, which is going to be the durability that you see here. We're also going to get bones and sulfur, apparently. Okay, okay. These are important things that I'm learning. So sulfur, I believe we already have over here. We do. So we need to pipe that in accordingly. Bones we can set up over here. That's a good place for them, I guess. And we can get rid of that as well. Okay. So we're learning things. We're learning things. Our power is not bad, actually. Not too shabby. So we need to get this thing somewhat set up. So first things first, I want to set up the trash can. Pretty straightforward. Nothing crazy going on with that. And I want it to be very straightforward as well. So this is going to be an insert with the whitelist. And let's see, ignore metadata. Let's see if this works, first of all. So that'll be our deletion of that, right? We good? We good? Oh, that can't connect? Are you kidding me? Why can't it connect? Why? Why you do this? Why you do this to me, game? Why do you do this? Okay. Alright. Let's just do this quickly. And let's get this back. Okay, so we're going to need a chest, I guess, as a buffer. So let's quickly go and get a chest. I need to get like a wireless terminal or something like that for this setup. Let's just quickly grab a chest just to use as a buffer. Good, good. Alright, chest, good, beautiful, amazing, awesome. Okay. Oh man, I really want to set this up. Okay, let me set all this stuff up. And I guess we'll get back to it. Alright, we should be all set up. We have them going both ways out of this chest. And I tested the swords, and it works. So, all things considered, we are good to go. I believe I have everything in a proper place as well. We did get the withered ribs and drops of evil, which are going to be very useful for us, or could be very useful for us. So let's change this, and it'll start pulling out the loot. Sweet. Sweet. I love it. We haven't gotten any more skulls. We got very lucky with the first one. But everything else should be good to go now. Let's just take out all the bones and put them back in there. Good. We have one skull. We're getting drops of evil, wither dust, necrotic bones. Now, I put those ones on there for a reason, is I want to avoid those ones, especially. There's just not enough use for those two items, whereas the other ones I want to keep as much of it as possible. Not to mention the coal and the sulfur that we're going to be getting as well. And the sulfur bin over here, I believe it's got already, yeah, it's got a lot of upgrades, so we're good on that front as well. Okay, so we're getting things done. We're getting things done. The next thing would be to upgrade this thing, but we are definitely out of time. Way out of time. Not even close. And equally, we might have power-related issues if we jump into that. So let me analyze this a little bit. And, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully you liked this episode. Hopefully we can get a decent amount of skulls. I know, right? I'm pretty excited about it. And hopefully we don't have any other issues going forward. I'm going to make sure that all of this is good, and then maybe we'll add a few upgrades next time. Bye-bye for now. See ya.